Random Thought Thursday, Random Thought Thursday. Ba-da-ba-ba. Today we are going to be talking about a bunch of random thoughts because it is Random Thought Thursday and I feel like talking about a bunch of different things and I don't have one specific topic in mind. That said, let's get into this. Alright, so the first thought is living in the moment doesn't necessarily mean ignoring the future or ignoring the past. And let me explain a little bit about what I think about this. I think that when you are in the moment of whatever moment that you're in, it can be kind of difficult to see anything else that's going on, and it can be a little bit challenging to accept it also. And to be completely honest, I didn't have too many extra thoughts for this one. I kind of just thought of the thought that living in the moment doesn't mean that you have to ignore the future or ignore the past, and I just thought that that statement itself was kind of cool. The next one that I came up with is, why does it seem like the smallest things turn into the most meaningful memories? The smallest decisions or the smallest experiences or ideas or thoughts or like times that you hang out with people, whatever it is, right? The random drives, the random talks that you have with people, the random moments, the late nights, the playing Minecraft nights, either with your friends or family or even just on your own, and even just like hanging out with new friends or old friends, like all of those kind of different things and memories, experiences. Why is it that you never really seem to know in the moment of whatever that is, that they are the ones that are going to, in the long run, mean the most as a memory? That said, I think it's also about learning how to appreciate where we are now. And I think that that's a little cliche because some people can say that and people just kind of brush it off and think, oh yeah, it is what it is, whatever. But I also do think that if we are able to step back a little bit and think about it a little bit more, that if we are able to learn to really appreciate and be grateful for everything that we have in our lives, no matter what it is, big or small, just like those memories, or I guess small moments that turn into memories, then I think it could be very beneficial. And it also leads me into my next thought of, why is it that we always keep waiting for life to just begin? Like, why does it feel like sometimes, and I don't know if anyone relates to this, but I feel like sometimes we can always just go through our life, and especially when we're growing up during school and learning all of the things that we need to do and learning how the world works and figuring out what we want to do the rest of our lives and working, and yeah, you guys get the picture. Just feeling like life hasn't really started, even though it has, and it's been happening to us the whole time. We just have not really been able to fully understand or fully see all of those amazing things that have been happening. That basically just proves that our lives have begun, we just haven't seen it yet. Ooh, and okay, going back a little bit, back to the thought of how it sometimes seems like the smallest moments turn into the most meaningful memories, that kind of idea, built off of that idea, I should say. The next one that came into my brain after that one is just an interesting thought, I think, honestly. The idea that you never realize you're in the moment, or almost never realize that you're in the moment of something, that could possibly be something that you remember for the rest of your life. Hashtag nostalgia, I guess. And one day, it will all just be memories. So I guess just try to enjoy it and try to live in the moment while you can, because I think that's really the only thing that we can do, is try our best to appreciate and be grateful for what we have and what we're learning and what we experience and the people that come into our lives unexpectedly and everything and anything in between. Even just to list a few more examples too, like maybe it's Minecraft worlds. Maybe it's hanging out in Minecraft worlds with someone. Maybe it's on your own once again. Maybe it's creating videos kind of like this, or having meaningful, deep, or fun conversations with someone, or even just the stage of life that you're in, I guess. Oh man. Okay, I just gotta say it. I'm so grateful for some people. One specific person, especially currently. Oh man. Being grateful is such an amazing thing, I have to be honest. Like, you could be having one of the worst days of your life, and if you get the momentum going and truly actually mean it, and truly actually feel that you are grateful for whatever it is that you're thinking about, oh man, it can change your whole day. It can change your entire world. So I guess my unsolicited advice, take it or leave it. My advice is to find something. So find someone, some experience, some thought or idea, or like I said, experience, something that makes you happy. And I mean genuinely happy, that every time you think about it, or them, or the experience, again, whatever it is, every time you think about it, you just get genuinely happy. And I think that if you're able to actually find something like this, then the second that you decide to truly accept and care about that and care about the way you feel, man, everything will just start working out. Even if it's slow, even if the progress or whatever it is, again, I'm kind of being elusive here, whatever it is, it's gonna work. Your life is going to work out. And if it doesn't, then I'm sure it is. Like, it may be in a really slow way, trust me. But the universe works in mysterious ways, and who knows, maybe at the very least moment that you ever expect it, and you are maybe even not even wanting whatever it is, and then it shows up in your life, and all of a sudden it just changes your entire way of thinking, and you're just grateful for it every single moment of every day, and it just reminds you of the way that life is supposed to be lived, and that is happy. Life is supposed to be happy. Life is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to experience things and go out and just do whatever makes your soul happy. And I think doing that will help you feel better too. I feel like doing that will also help you feel better and think better, and everything will just feel a little bit lighter. Almost like there's a little bit of hope left. Or not left, found. A little bit of hope found. So funny because it's always, I guess, later, you know, like everyone always thinks, oh, later in life I'll be happy, or when I do this I'll be happy, or it'll be better later if, or when, and I'll do this later, I'll do that later, or once this happens then I'll be happy, or I don't know if that quite makes sense, but I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm trying to get at. Like, after I figure this out, then blank. Anyways, just like anything, too much of anything is too much. Sometimes overtake your life, and I think the most common example these days is social media, and it is so easy to get sucked into all of the bad things or the negative things online. But on the other hand, it is also super easy to find a bunch of inspiration, and you can find inspiration in everyday life and even on YouTube. And I think that's also a very powerful tool. So trying to be careful of the internet and socials and things like that, I think is also something interesting and something to keep in mind. Anyways, back to the too much is too much. Anything of too much. No, too much of anything. There we go. Too much of anything is too much. Because if we're talking about a specific memory, I guess, to go back to earlier, then even if it is a happy, positive, amazing memory, you have the ability to think about that memory or that thought and make it, I guess, negative, make it not as good. And we have the power to do that. But the good thing is that we also have the power to do the complete opposite. We have the complete power to change a negative thought into a positive thought. And no, it's not easy. Trust me, I know. But it is definitely a possibility. And because it can go one way, it can go the other way just as well. I know that is a lot of random, just all over the place thoughts. However, I did want to once again put it out to you guys and say that if you are comfortable, I would absolutely love to hear all of your thoughts and ideas and opinions about anything that we talked about in this video, and I guess just your take on it, your idea, your opinion once again. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. With that, everybody, that'll pretty much wrap it up here for this video today. If you have made it this far, it means you probably enjoyed it or ended up liking it enough to stay to the end. So please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for putting up with my complete randomness today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone!